You're watching YHS Studio News.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ryan Fisher. Thank you for joining us this Tuesday morning.
And I'm Mikey Cowie. Today is January 28th. On this day in 1986, the U.S. Space Shuttle Challenger exploded 73 seconds after liftoff from Florida, killing all 7 astronauts aboard, including a teacher who had been chosen as the first American civilian to travel in space.
For lunch today, we will have nachos.
Mrs. Satira will be selling muffins for $2 during growth on Thursday. Also, the mock trial team has a mandatory meeting during growth today in Mrs. Satira's classroom. If you have tech or are unable to attend, please see Mrs. Satira sometime before you leave. We are going to be going over some important information.
If you are not in book club but wish to be, please see any book club member or Mrs. Girardi or send her an email. The next meeting for book club will be February 11th to discuss House and Celine C. Katie Watson will be leading the discussion.
Students are asked to check their school email for a link to a survey created by Mr. Dykstra. He is seeking feedback and input on how students feel about the timing of exams and how they like the 2-week intersession that we had when we came back to school in January. Administration will use the results of this survey to make adjustments and plan for next school year.
Do not forget that snow coming guest passes are due this Friday, 1/31/25. They get picked up and turned into Mrs. Hoppy. Snow coming is February 8th. Tickets will be on sale next week during lunch for $10.
This is a reminder for all students. Today is this semester's first growth day, and we will be starting the semester in first period. Please attend your first hour teacher's classroom for growth today.
We talked with Michael Malinak about what the geometry and construction class is currently doing.
We are almost done with our storage shed outside. We just have a couple more things to do, like siding and stuff, just some more finishing touches. We're starting some deer blinds in the class. We're going to make those and sell those for money for the class. It's a great class, a lot of hands-on learning. You'll definitely learn a lot of good life skills. I recommend it.
Now let's go over to Will B for a look at today's weather.
Thanks, Ryan. Today, expect a high of about 32 degrees with it being mostly cloudy and an 80% chance of snow. Tonight's low is going to be 26 degrees with scattered snow showers throughout the night. Now let's head back over to the news desk for a look at today's sports.
Thanks, Will. The Yale High School powerlifting competed on Saturday at Millington. In the varsity meet, Sarah Ingram 3rd, Madison Honicki 3rd, Hunter Aganaga 1st, Josie Brinker 1st, Kristen Pruitt 1st, Alyssa Emmett 3rd, Isabel Manelli 1st. Overall, the varsity team results finished in first place. For the boys' competition, the JV team took second, with Bryce Duvall taking first, Keegan Catelish taking second, and Caleb Ferguson taking third. Varsity took home second, with Jack Nickel, Cole Peltier, and AJ Barr all finishing second. We talked to AJ and how he felt competing at his first varsity meet.
So we had a meet at Millington this Saturday. It was my first varsity meet. Lifted 1,000 pounds total, which is a big accomplishment for me, and I got second place. Both JV team and varsity team got runner-up for the meet for total points. And this week we got one at home, so if you can come, please do. You know, if you can volunteer, we need judges and day workers, so if you're not busy, come over, stop by at your son.
Yale Powerlifting is looking for volunteers for this Saturday, February 1st, for our powerlifting regional. These hours can be used for NHS or any volunteer hours that are needed for leadership opportunities. Please see Mr. Grumman to get on the volunteers list. Go Dogs.
In bowling news, the boys lost their match against Croswell 13-17. The high game was Cameron Palin with a 251. Also bowling over 200 was Braden Stafford with a 246. The boys had a 203 for one of their Baker games. The Lady Bulldogs won against Croslex 26-4. Junior Addison Winkler rolled a 191 game to lead the team. Congratulations, Bulldogs.
In basketball news, the freshmen and JV boys traveled to Port Huron Northern to take on the Huskies yesterday. The freshmen continued their undefeated ways by winning 59-43. John Chamberlain led scoring with 15 points, and Cole Carlos added 13. The JV was a thrilling game that went into overtime, with the Bulldogs falling just short 71-69. Ryan Rector led scoring with 20 points. Also in double figures were Derek Fowler with 16 points and Oliver Nelson with 15. Today, the boys freshmen will host Marysville.
In girls basketball, today features the highly anticipated showdown with Armada. We talked to Alyssa Barr about her thoughts on the game tonight.
Today we have a home game against Armada. We're both undefeated in the BWAC, so it's going to be a big game for us. We play at 7:30 at home, and we're looking for a lot of people to come out and support.
Both Yale and Armada are undefeated in BWAC competition, and the winner of tonight's game will take over sole possession of first place in the league. The JV game is scheduled for 6, and the varsity game should tip off around 7:30. Good luck, girls. Thanks for joining us today. Remember, stay classy, Yale High.